live. Welcome everyone to another edition of the Scholars of Wrestling Show, where we rise from the ashes to school the masses. I'm your man behind the microphone, Scholar Jeff. To my right is Scholar Tarek.
What's up? Wait. No. If you're going to be introducing me from now on, you got to be introducing me right. Right now, the first ever reigning, defending, undisputed champion of the Scholars of Wrestling. This beautiful piece of plastic right here is mine.
Sorry you're boring.
I'm not boring. I'm the champ.
All because...
And the champion is never boring.
See? Except for when he's right about predicting pay-per-views all the time. Isn't that right, Scholar Brian?
Yeah. We've had a week off for various reasons.
Because we got slammed by massive amounts of snow on the East Coast.
Whatever they named this storm.
Snow-nados are real. But we're back.
Seriously, though, do call me that every week. Introduce me like that every week until I'm no longer the champ.
Thank you, Brian. But in the meantime,
I'm still
what
serious.
Scholar Tarek intends to say is that we've got a lot of wrestling to talk about this week. So let's kick things off the right way here on the Scholars Wrestling Show with a little segment we like to call Backstage News.
Indeed. Let us go ahead and peek behind the curtain and check in on a little
Backstage News. Japan man.
Champion man.
Echoes meh. But anyway, welcome to Backstage News. And of course, we cannot let, when we're talking about the latest in the wrestling world and we're talking about news, there's one story that we cannot just let go. Something of the absolute most serious importance, something that will undoubtedly shape the wrestling world for years and years, even generations to come. I am, of course, talking about Heath Slater getting stuck in an airplane bathroom. What? I am riveted to my core. Nor am I shocked that
apparently the airplane door doesn't give a shit that he has kids either.
Not shocked, and just another mishap in the life of Heath Slater.
Yeah, I could literally hear the womp 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 just reading the New York Times article. Well, speaking of which, how could the New York Times of all... Do we ever know why the New York Times of all places got this?
Seems like the New York Times is running out of stuff to print.
So let's talk about a professional wrestler getting stuck in a bathroom.
And good for whoever got it on tape. Good for you.
Who was it? We were discussing this. Was it Rhino? Kurt Hawkins?
I heard Curtis Axel's name was involved.
Axel? You're looking out for the little people.
Oh boy! But even so, I have to admit that New York Times article didn't end up making my week. So
the video made my day, or week, whatever makes them feel better.
Yeah. So either way, kudos to you, New York Post, for giving me a reason to care about your publication for the first time in ever.
Or thank you for giving him a reason to like Heath Slater.
No, it's just the Post.
Or to really talk about him.
No, it's just the Post.
When often do you like to talk about Heath Slater?
When he's getting stuck in bathrooms, that's what.
When bathroom doors don't give a shit about his kids either.
Once in a blue moon.
Oh yes. But in all somewhat seriousness when it comes to this show, we didn't get a chance to talk about it last week, but we are going to talk about it today. And that is the real thing that really shook up the world of wrestling, and that is the annual New Japan Pro Wrestling show, Wrestle Kingdom 12.
Of course you want to talk about this. It gave you a climax beyond all reason, didn't it?
This isn't the G1 Climax. This is Wrestle Kingdom 12. What do you mean?
But it's New Japan. New Japan is very good at giving you the G1 Climax.
No, it isn't.
All over the place. Climax here, climax there, climax everywhere! That's his house when he's watching New Japan Pro Wrestling. Dave Meltzer, eat your heart out.
Don't you believe it?
Even though it's totally true.
All right, Looney Tunes. Did either of you actually watch any of the show?
That was Tom and Jerry.
Yes,
I did.
I don't even care.
Yes, it was a good show. It was a great show.
It's gonna be hard to beat, quite honestly. You know you've got a good show when the third best match on the card is the Okada match. That's it.
It's probably because he's wearing pants now. Okada is wearing pants for some reason.
You would notice that, wouldn't you?
My actual
As opposed to wearing pants or not wearing pants.
My actual
No, just Okada.
Yeah.
Wearing pants or not wearing pants.
It's like Randy Orton's just coming out and just wearing pants to the ring. You're going to notice.
Or Rock wearing that one shirt in the 90s because
The tracksuit.
The tracksuit. When
because he had,
Thank you.
Because he had nipple surgery. Breast reduction surgery.
You know, because of the roids.
Yes.
But yeah, that's speaking of Okada. That match was enjoyable. I admit.
My problem with it was actually the booking of it.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like there's. I've probably been following the WWE too long, but I feel like there's a time and a place for title changes, and it felt right in the build-up and all that. It felt right for the title to switch hands to Naito.
Yeah, and
At
truth be told,
Wrestle Kingdom, and the match was good, but the result of the match kind of sunk it a little bit for me.
And believe it or not, I've actually heard that a lot when it came to this match. Like, you know, it was Naito's time. But then again, at the same time, this match really cemented to me how much they're really all in on Okada as their ace right now.
Well, I would hope that they'd be all in on Okada. He's been champion for 2 years. That's it.
Seems a little longer.
At least.
Yeah, but even so, in my opinion, this match really paled in comparison to Jericho versus Omega. This match absolutely delivered.
Yeah, my actual that is my match of the night, but I also want to bring into focus the Fatal 4-Way match with Marty Scurll for the what is it, the lightweight?
The
lightweight title. That was fantastic.
Marty Scurll's entrance attire was fantastic.
Yes, that was fantastic, and then they put on. It was pretty good. Like, if Jericho versus Omega wasn't there and didn't do what they did, then that could have overtaken Okada Naito for match of the night.
Before we go too farther, and speaking of entrance attires, I do have to pose this question to you. Why are you smirking already?
I wonder which one you're about to say.
What do you think? No, what do you think I'm about to ask?
Just ask.
Are you going to talk about the wings, or are you going to talk about the Destiny suit?
I was going to say, what did Kenny Omega's attire look like to you? Because I feel like I got a couple different answers as far as what people thought it looked like.
It definitely looked like a Destiny cosplay type thing. Yeah.
Okay. Because to me, it looked like a Pharah cosplay from Overwatch with her Anubis skin.
I guess I got to look at it again because off the top of my head, I don't know.
I just know that he plays a lot of Destiny on his live streams. So I would think that it would be something like that. But I don't know if he plays Overwatch, but I know he plays Destiny, and I know he's into it. So
yeah, I don't play Destiny. I'm an Overwatch guy, so I'm like, when I see that's the first thing my mind thinks of. I don't know if there's any sort of armor set like that in Destiny.
But one thing we can all agree on, that was definitely video game attire.
Oh yeah. Then again, this is also Kenny Omega we're talking about, so what do you expect?
Yep, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most of the matches I saw, because of course I didn't watch it live. I like to sleep. All the matches I watched, they didn't have the entrances. It was just the matches. So I really didn't get to see any of the entrance attires. So I gotta.
That was really it.
He had a complete suit, complete with gun for the bullet.
Oh, gee.
Thing.
Oh dear.
For his book. So I'm sure it was a toy, but
Yeah, you can. Other than if he tried to do this, if it was that heavy, he wouldn't have been able to like hold it.
yeah. But he definitely went. Whether it's Destiny, Overwatch, or not, he bought in the whole thing for his Bullet Club entrance, and it looked fantastic. Jericho came out, did it with the light up jacket. Return of the light up jacket.
There you go. From what I saw on the match, Jericho had a blast.
Oh yeah,
he was having the time of his life and
snatching
that camera, flipping everyone off.
He could finally be the heel he's always wanted to be.
And it was glorious.
That taking out the ref's kid and the lion tamer.
I was even saying,
look at your son, red shoes.
He's like, he has them in the walls of Jericho. I'm like, it's not the walls of Jericho, it's the lion tamer. Get it right, man.
Pie facing refs doing all that. It's like this was a master class in how to heel out during a match. Anything a heel could possibly do that you've ever thought of, Jericho went and did it in this match.
Yeah, Jericho is absolutely classic. And I'm honestly really kind of surprised and glad that he's sticking around Japan for a little bit longer. Obviously, he put Omega over, but he is still sticking around in New Japan for a little while.
I figured, I had an inkling when he was doing those tweets saying, I'm the real main event, Naito.
Oh yeah, once he started calling out Naito,
yeah, I was like,
I guess we know what he's doing now.
I didn't exactly expect it to be New Year's Dash the night after that he actually came out and attacked.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's basically the Raw after Mania.
It is.
So it's like you said, you have a surprise. And there's your surprise.
Well, bam.
You thought that Jericho was gone. Ha-ha, he got you again. Here's kind of a scholar's quick talk for you guys. Mm-hmm. You know, I know that the New Japan ring is slightly bigger than the WWE ring. Mm-hmm. Which ring size do you prefer?
You know what? It's really hard to really tell depending on A, how they actually do the matches, and B, how the matches get filmed. Honestly, I feel like the size is kind of negligible. I don't really have a preference one way or the other.
I don't really look at the size of the ring. It helped the presentation of the way the WWE shoots their ring, the way NJPW shoots their ring. The way NJPW shoots their ring makes it a lot easier for me to handle. Mm-hmm. The moving forward to Raw quickly, just to bring my point across. The Balor Club versus the 6-man tag. There was a good... Roman Reigns was doing his forearms in the corner, and there were camera cuts, like there were 12 of them in like 15 seconds. I just what the hell's going on? So it's for the wrestlers. I would think that you could do more in an NJPW ring, mm-hmm. as opposed to the WWE ring. However, the way it's shot, the way the company shoot it, makes it easier to watch an NJPW match than a WWE match.
Okay. Cool.
Now, before we move on from Wrestle Kingdom, there's one other thing I do believe we must celebrate. And that is the return of our guy, DVD Phil,